feasible idea. Oh, you say, oops, I forgot to start the recording. And again, we have the recording later. Dang it. I really need to set it to just start recording when I stream.
So which Elo seems to be coming in hard.
Saying, hello.
Elo is my low-key bane, personally. I can handle Poe just fine. I see a Poe on the board and be like, I know how to outfly a Poe, or at least deal with a Poe outflying me. Elo, I hate Elo. I can't handle Elo.
Yeah, and Elo's pilot ability is if you're not stressed, you can do, or if you're one stress or no stress, you can do a Talon for white.
2 stress.
Two or less. Okay, wow, that's even better. So you can double stress yourself and then do a white Talon.
It's literally, you get this T70 coming at you. It's a T70. It's not that maneuverable. And then Elo's just, now I'm over here.
Yeah. See, I don't mind Elo as much as I do 9 Nub. Is just a pain.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that you fly through a rock or a debris cloud, get the stress. Oh, am I still going to do my action? Just all those things that make it.
See, that one bothers me a lot less, but that's because I'm just sort of that guy anyway, just without the action part. My nickname in the Denton crew is Rocky because apparently I really like to just fly over rocks. So,
Well, Vulture Swarms are for you then.
yeah.
Get them struts.
Yeah, you got to convince me to actually buy into a different faction now.
All right, looks like we're going to have our first round of combat here.
Yep. Came in right on those Tempest butts.
Yeah, those A-Wings are so fast. All right, we're getting 2 dice into number 1 here. Looks like a hitting a blank. Spend the focus with advanced optics. Oh, it's just, they're ridiculous. Advanced optics, being able to just basically add a hit.
Looks like we've got
Just gonna
perfectly
couple of
average
paint
roll
there.
there.
He's spending that focus,
Yeah. Dodges both.
and that's why you have green dice.
Yep. That leaves him open for Elo, though. It's going to be a nasty shot.
Range 2 here.
Looks like Elo's tokenless.
Yep, I'm pretty sure it boosted.
Okay. 1 hit.
1 hit. That's nothing.
And he's good.
All right, so no damage here. This is an exciting first round of combat. So we are just moving on here. Another round of dials being set.
But this turn, Oix comes into play.
Maybe. Oiken could come in with kind of a faster boost, or maybe a hard turn even, and just kind of ignore that debris cloud in the middle. But that little one, I wish he would have gone just a little bit farther on this initial thing, so he could have turned right through that big gap and alley right through there.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that maybe he's going to do a 1 bank or another bank maneuver and then come into that alley in another turn. He's not in any danger, and those Tempests can just kind of scream down to the other side of the board.
He's got that gas cloud there he can just get on the other side of, too.
Give him a little bit more protection. But,
Elo probably can't follow too easily. Talassa could.
yeah. Yeah.
Or Talasan or whatever
Yeah.
her name is.
Tally.
Tally works.
Yeah.
Lintra.
Yeah. Miss Lintra. Yeah, I can just do like a 5 straight and a freaking boost and be right in the exact same spot. The other option is maybe he takes those advances and just turns them to the left. You know, just gets them maybe a 3 hard to the left and gets that target lock for later.
That's a fair point. Advanced isn't a ship that you really want to joust with in most circumstances, but it still has 2 shields, and if it's only facing down 1 A-wing.
Yeah. Or just a pod in the back, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know there. This is where that crazy Leia shenanigans comes into play, though,
Yeah,
is
I'm
he can
waiting
just
for
keep
that.
dialing in the reds and
Yeah.
just, oh, look at that, I did a red. Oh, look at that, I did a red. I don't take a stress, I get a focus, don't take a red. Oh, so Talia is stressed. I didn't see that stress out there.
Oh, so
looks like
she
the
is.
box
Yeah,
is
the
in
box
there.
is covering it just a
Yeah.
slight bit.
So it's limits a little bit. I think there's 3s are still blue, though, so...
I believe the 3s are still blue, and I think all straights are blue.
Even the 5?
Yes.
Yep, okay, even the 5.
There are 10 blue maneuvers on the.
10 blues, that's more than 4. So, a lot of ships I play have 4.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. It might just be because I'm a one faction wonder, but the RZ2 is another ship I still haven't quite figured out yet. It seems like every time I run into it, it's sort of like a conservation and ninjutsu thing going on, where if it's like more than one RZ2, I shoot them all down, no problem.
Yeah.
But if it's just one like this, I can't deal with it. It flies around the board and blows up something important.
That's really just what they do is they just fly and strafe and peck, and that's it. It's just you can't pin it down, you can't hit it, and when you do throw dice at it, they're usually throwing 4 with a focus back at, or, in green dice. The shame that I play those high initiative ships, so I'm shooting first while they still have their token.
Yeah.
Ooh, just squeaks right by that gas cloud right there.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was any overlap from the template either, so good.
Yeah, that's a solid move.
I'll try and keep an eye on it.
All right, they just
But that's-
5
I
in
didn't want
focus. And we got
Let's see what Lynx is doing. Yeah, it's doing the 3 hard.
3
coming in.
hard. Okay, he doesn't care about that gas or that.
Well, he Might
oh
be.
yeah, look at that. He's
Yeah, he'll be
solid.
able to get past it next turn.
Mm-hmm. The real question is, does he catch that little pod in his arc? It's hard to tell here. Let me see if I
Find out
switch
in
over
a
to the
moment.
stream camera. Ooh, it looks like he does. Probably does. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Probably needs you to get him into a judge call when they start shooting.
Yeah, 'cause I'm expecting that.
Yeah.
Player's checking right now.
I know he's. Every player does it. You get that. It looks.
I know it's not shooting, but I want to check.
Yeah, I hate doing it because it's you look from everybody does it. They look through the peg like it's there, and they don't realize how canted they are when they look through it. And they go,
Yep.
oh yeah, there it is. And then they'll get up, and the judge will come over and measure it and be like, no, you're not in our. What? Yes, I am. Look right here.
Looks like the hard decision's getting made. He's thinking about moving his arc.
He's thinking.
There we go. That's an arc move.
All right, he moved it.
Yep.
All right. Well, bird in the hand is worth 2 in a bush, right?
Yeah.
Take the one you have. And then of course this guy comes right in.
Yeah, it just
here.
comes screaming right in. Which, to be fair, I think it was the correct call. Finn is probably 100% the target in this particular setup.
We watched this in the first game we played where Finn was ignored all the way to the end of the game.
And that's
And
dangerous.
it was. He didn't do a lot, but he just wasn't shot at. And my view is he's an easy ship to just kill.
Yes, he
just,
is.
Just get him. Just kill him. But then again, when he does his shenanigans and he lives, it's very annoying to be.
Yes, Finn won't win a game by himself under most circumstances, but yes, like having to deal with an extra, almost always a guaranteed 2 damage coming in every turn, even if you're tokened up and everything.
Yeah, and the fact is that he's gonna dodge,
he's
a
gonna
good
dodge
chunk
so
of it
much
too.
Like,
yeah.
you have to hit him with multiple ships to bring him down, and when you hit him, he'll die. But Allison's going in.
So Kova though, with 8 HP, can really stick around for a while.
Yeah, maxed out transports are definitely got high on the staying power for the Resistance right now, especially since the Star Fortress, I think, is their giant bomber. Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Star Fortress.
Yeah, that thing. I have yet to see one of those in the wild. So
Yeah, I played against a guy. He had the new crew or something on Ray, and he brought in the Star Fortress 3 rounds into the game. So it was a fully loaded trajectory simulator Star Fortress. Brings it in with full health after I've already been fighting Ray and something and one of the pods, and just first round he's in, sits in the face. All right, I'm gonna launch a bomb.
and it's like, I'm just gonna throw a bomb like right 5 range down the
You
board.
know, and you know where people are and where they're gonna be,
Yeah.
and you wait until that opportune time right there. All right, looks like we got
Did check for our-
range 2 there.
Vader.
Vader. Oh, Vader.
Oh, Vader. Okay.
So I took a focus on.
So you removed to focus, which that Finn had perceptive copilot, so he had 2 of them.
Yep.
It's like it was made to say, haha, Vader. All right, looks like we got 2 hits there.
Yep, 2 hits. And
That is on to one of the Tempests.
looks like the one directly in front.
He patterned it.
Number 1, I believe.
One rule where you can only have one of the same.
All right, looks like he rolled only 1 paint there. He's debating whether or not to spend it. So that's number 1. And he
Did
does. He
spend,
spends it. So
takes
it
one
just
of the
takes one
shields.
shield. Boop. So not a terrible. Just takes a little bit of shield.
Elo's shot might be obstructed. Yeah, it's definitely
I would
obstructed
be
by the
definitely
cloud.
certain it's
Yeah.
obstructed. And
Yeah.
range 3, which the odds of doing damage here are not great, but
Yeah.
you never know. Blanks happen.
Well, blanks would be good for you in this situation. If,
Well,
with the
one
gas
of 'em
cloud.
would be.
One of them would be.
Looks like he spent a lock, got 2 hits.
Yep.
Very likely he will just go, haha, dodged your attack.
Looks. I believe I see 2. I don't
Should
know. It's
be-
actually-
That's 3 focus and 2 blanks. So one of those will change to an evade. Oh, I guess
No,
that
there
one.
was
in the
two. It
corner
was 2
an
evades
evade.
there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see from the glare, but it looked like 2 evades there.
Yep.
So yeah, he's good.
All right, look at that. That's gas clouds, man.
Yep.
I'm telling you, they're the cheesiest thing added to the game, and they help.
I didn't realize until a few days ago. I was playing a game on TTS and had someone explain this to me. I looked it up and was sure enough it's true. The fact that TIE strikers can aileron over gas clouds and still take their actions is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, we got
Looks like
a.
Oinks is
Okay,
shooting.
we're now at. Finally, Steven's picking up some red dice here.
Yeah.
It's time for his to see what he's got.
It's like 2 hits or 1 hit. Okay, 1 hit.
Yeah, you're no focus. Are you stressed? Nope.
Okay. Asking if he's stressed for
Yeah.
BT1.
No focus, I guess.
All right, Finn spends his focus. It's that second focus that came
Yeah.
into play for
Yeah,
sure.
And then a range 2 shot from Finn.
All right, Finn coming back in
Finn's
for the last
hitting
shot. So not a super high damage game. 2 hits though. Gasmader's just taking it. No agility there, but plenty of health to spare. All right. Recovering Vader's Force, recovering charges. All right. Now we just have to see what they're going to do now.
The Tempest are in an interesting position. I'm really curious to see how they get into the fight at this point.
This is one of those things that you see a lot is people fly the same way even though somebody else is flying something different.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure that strategy is very effective against a slower ship
Right.
where you fly just right along your back edge, draw them in, spread them out. But against these ships that are so fast,
Elo
it's a
and
very dangerous.
Talisa can definitely, Talysana or whatever, can definitely keep up with those Tempests. That's dangerous for them.
Yeah, it can be. But then again, turning around to face them is just as bad because
Yeah,
you're getting
and-
no mods and
Fully acknowledging I'm an aggressive player who probably doesn't have the best run weight in the world. I probably would have gone for the engagement last turn and done a K turn because Talus, like, there's a chance that that had happened with the distance that was moved. You might have been out of Elo's range, especially since he slowboated a little bit, and Talison can only take 2 shields. So that could have opened up an opportunity to then slow in and blow her up next turn if you've got 2 target locked shots on her as long as you do the slows. But
yeah, I think I liked the move with number 1, getting behind that gas cloud.
the
getting
gas
that
cloud was a
covered.
good call, yeah.
However, with 2, I might have turned to the left, hoping that they were just going to chase down number 1 and try and get behind him.
Yeah, that's a good call too.
And maybe even, a too hard to the left and then a barrel roll back. Something like that. Because once you get behind them, it's much harder for them to shake you than it is for you to keep on them.
Right.
But then again, I mean, there's still a decimator in the middle of the board that's taking 2 shields. And is probably in a pretty solid position to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is going to be the turn where Oinks really gets in. So
Again, with rock placement, pretty solid choice. Again, I didn't see who placed what, but I know you see the big rock kind of in the corner over there, and the other one. That little debris cloud in the middle, though, really did. It may cause a lot of heartache for the middle.
Oiken, as long as he does a straight, can get past it from what I can see. But getting any sort of turn to the left in is going to be difficult for him.
Yeah, which I mean, he has mobile arc. He doesn't need to be. There's
Exactly.
no benefit to having somebody in front. And actually, if he just bumps right
Yeah,
into
exactly. If he just parks on the
Bumps
side of
right
Finn,
into
waits for
Finn.
somebody to hit him, he's gold.
Yeah, which I don't
There's the
know
turn
what the
from the
long
Tempest.
term thought to. Oh, it's
Oh,
a.
it's a Talon roll.
Talon roll, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
He said, "I do want to get to the fight, but I still want some protection here." Another thing is Oiken has those prox mines.
That's
that
a
he
good.
could get.
Yeah.
If he goes fast this turn and passes by, he could drop that right onto Finn,
He
and it
could.
could be goodbye Finn. Well, pretty close. Oh,
Finn
another.
took no damage last
No
turn, so
damage
yeah,
last
it
turn,
wouldn't
yeah.
be probably wouldn't be a kill.
But this is where Finn moving first, he was able to get those focus and still probably set up a block. Because I could see Kova here just going 1 or 2 forward and just, haha, I'm going to shoot at you. But this is why you definitely need Dauntless or
Yeah.
Tua or somebody to get that bonus action on a shuttle. I mean, on a Decimator.
Looks to say the Decimator is not going to be bumping Finn.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
he
just
just
like a,
oh, it's a bank. Okay.
okay. Which is really good because he can just get. Oh, he's going to be in perfect prox
Mhm.
mine.
Yeah, that's really good.
And he can just rotate his arc and shoot right back at Finn with no response. Again, but this is a heavy Finn, so that's 43 points. I'd normally say, who cares? It's just
Yeah.
just 30 points, but that's
Finn being the quarter of a list, like on a pickup, if you just knock him off the board
Yeah.
with one turn, that's a solid gain for you.
man, it makes you really wish that Tempest number 1 had just done that 3 hard.
Yeah, a little bit. He'd be in perfect
done
position.
that 3 hard and just hit that ship. All right, getting some board state cleanup here. All right, we're looking for an action here. Oh, he's doing target lock. Okay,
Target
he's
locking.
thinking Kova has just kind of gone forward here, which is a solid guess.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really any way that Kova gets out of arc. This
Mhm.
guy, not any maneuver that I would have seen her taking.
Oh.
A back. Okay.
As we were just, I don't know. It may still be an arc.
I think it is, but I also didn't expect that. Mainly because I never
Never expect
actually
the
expect that
yeah.
move. I honestly forget
Right.
that it exists a lot of the time because it just like the zero stop. Sure,
Yeah,
I can
you can-
expect
yeah,
the
see
zero
that
stop.
one.
That doesn't. Being able to move backwards in this game still completely throws me for a loop.
Yeah, it's oh wow. Hello kind of
Hello broke off.
brought a
yeah.
ticket here.
Yeah.
Like knew what it wanted to do here. And a focus. So this brings us back to that Decimator call. He took a target lock, so he could have rotated and gotten another shot on Finn. But I guess he's really going to just rely on that prox mine, which is dangerous because you can take just 1 damage from a prox mine.
You can,
It happens to me all the time. You're like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. You got 2 health left. Oh, you rolled 2 eyeballs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's helpful.
Well, Finn's undamaged so far, correct?
Yeah, so he can take a full prox mine to the face and live.
Yeah, exactly. The Proximon was never going to kill him if he hadn't gotten the shot off last turn, but it could still mess him up pretty bad.
That's true.
If I think you're right. If number 1 had taken the just the 3 hard in,
Or even if Rack had rotated. But he might be thinking...
but it's not Rack.
Oh, that's right. It's,
Yeah.
well, I mean, even if Oiken had
Yeah,
rotated.
yeah.
So I think if we come down to kind of an Oiken and A-Wing, that A-Wing stresses itself so often that BT1 is really going to be able to help capitalize on that
Definitely.
situation.
Raider. Yep. Being on board. Vader. Vader on Kova. Vader on Elo too. Has to be.
All right, check in. Yeah, check in Vader.
Oh, let's check firing our firing.
So it looks like we're checking Vader to Kova. Oh, it looks like he does have a shot,
Kova.
which I think is what he was wanting anyway.
58, 57.
Opponent asking his opponent how many points things are worth there. And
Yeah,
they're
it
1
was
point apart.
It's like,
He's, thought that would help sway that choice, but
yeah, just a little bit.
and of course with half points rounding up, either one is worth the same halved.
Vader would be a guaranteed damage on Kova on account of the stress.
That is true. That's true.
It's just a question of, do you want to make Elo less dangerous when he inevitably shoots you, because that's where he's pointed?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Elo's got an interesting option there, because he could hit Oiken for sure, but
Alright,
I
so
think
he
he can also
decided-
hit Tempest #1.
Decided to take Kova.
You know Kova? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think he probably could hit #1 there, and has a nice. Tally's going to start us off here with a nice pounding into #1,
Yeah,
range
number
1.
one's got no tokens. She's stressed. That could be really dangerous if Elo goes in on that. And #1's already down 1 shield.
So I get a thing, so you get a
Oh, they're talking about a trigger there. That's start of engagement. 000.
Yep.
Either you take a stress token or I get a calculate. So looks like he decided to take a stress token. Usually not a move you see.
Well, Finn doesn't look like he's getting shot, so.
That is fair. Yeah. Looks like we got 3 hits there. Spending that focus.
Does that tally into?
That is tally into #1.
Yeah.
All right. Still got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's right. No, 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 no.
Yep. There we go. Just double checking which attack is which. All right. So #1 has 3 green dice. Rolling for defense here.
Paint.
Oh!
Called it.
Paul Heaver showing up.
Yeah.
Taking the natties to the face and not caring.
Going, bam, it rolls, and you're like,
And that's why he got to pilot a tie advance.
Yeah.
Dip, duck, dodge, dive, and dodge.
Elo's taking the shot on Oiken as a result.
Yep.
Can't seal the deal. Better shoot where it works.
Absolutely.
Paint as well. 3 hits.
Woo, man.
Looks like we've got our first damage card on the. No crits, just hit. Yeah.
that's right.
I must have missed the damage then.
He just took it. 1 damage.
Okay.
Desi as well. It's another 3 because of revealed red.
All right, Kova doing her special thing here, getting that extra die for revealing the red, even though she layered. And sheesh! Guys, dice are on fire!
That's all right if you want us to have
That's always like one of the big issues of flying the Decimator in my experience.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you have your games with the Deci's incredible, and you're like, this is great, this is the best ship ever, I love this. And then you realize after the game's over, well, the other guy actually didn't roll very good, and that's the only reason my ship's still alive.
Exactly. Yeah, taking a lot of shots with a Decimator is not fun. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm waiting for him to roll green dice, but they are
Yeah, exactly,
green
that's the
dice
problem.
to roll. Oh, okay, we are okay.
Yeah,
Table
no,
go.
no bumping. We're
You
good.
get a penalty for that, right?
That's 1 point, sir. 1 point. Do it again, you'll have another point.
It's all right. I did a bid of 199.
Yes. All right, so that is half points on the Decimator. That's 55 points. That's a lot of points.
Tally and
Not sure where we're shooting.
Target lock.
you do have a target.
Okay, he's the.
You do have a target.
We just unplugged that.
Yes.
That's the second time I've almost done that. You can just drop it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
There we go.
After you do it twice, it's time to just.
Yeah, that's a completely fair point.
Yeah.
It's like there's obviously a trend here. Let's just stop where we're headed. All right, so
Rerolled, got
reroll
3.
hits.
Spends the focus, takes 1 damage. Okay. That's not what you want to see there. You want to see some damage coming through for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And now Finn.
It's like Finn's gonna be taking his pot shot at the Tempest. Range 2.
Maybe. Looks like it's going to be range
Ooh,
2
that's
in
really-
arc.
Yeah, that's really close.
I can't tell which way the pot is facing.
It's facing,
Oh, okay. Facing Steven then.
yeah, facing towards the Tempest.
So it looks like that made range.
But it's possible.
Range 1, okay.
Range 1.
Calling it range 1.
All right.
Unless the judge that's walking over here sees something different.
All right. So let's see what Finn manages to do to this Tempest. He already weathered 1 attack just fine.
Woo! Jeez, Finn doing his thing.
Uh,
Adding
Finn
a
doing his
focus.
thing. This is why you got to be careful
4
with Finn.
hits. Look at that.
Little tiny pod, 43 points.
Yep.
Like 4 health between it. Just did 4 hits and damage to a Tempest.
He is stressed and strained right now,
Yep.
but he does not care.
You
Oh,
get pain again.
2.
2, pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
not
good.
bad. So he
Unfortunately,
takes
that's the one that already
2.
lost a shield, so it's still
Yeah.
taking a hit.
So taking a shield and a hull.
So
All
just a
right.
damaged car, no fit. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so that's going to be
be.
half.
Mm-hmm.
So the game could be winding down pretty quickly here. We
Well, it
don't know.
depends. If Oinks can get a really, really good round of damage into,
He needs to get a bump.
he needs to get a bump
He
off.
has to get a bump in there. That's how he's going to do his
Because
thing.
there are 2 ships on the board that Oink could theoretically one shot, and either one of them would be a giant pickup for the Imperial list.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, these are the Tempests, I guess. Which I think they should have shot first. Nope, they're all 2s.
Yeah,
they're all
everyone's 2. I think, and Ryan, I believe, does have it on first player.
All right, range 1 is going to get that extra die.
Mm-hmm.
3 die into an A-Wing. A-Wing doesn't have any mods, so that's helpful. Whoa!
There we go.
That A-Wing's probably taking some damage here.
Yeah, this is
I see 2 blanks. What's that other one?
It's an
Oh, it's an
evade.
evade. So he's taking both shields.
both shields.
Whew.
2 hole on an A-wing right.
That's
right
half
there.
points.
Either.
Leave it angled like that from taking that shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. See, now, as small of a little cut as that was, that really did make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that ship is much more easy to...
Theoretically, any shot you send its
Yeah.
way is going to kill it.
Can kill
pretty
it, yeah.
easily. So.
even with those 3 green dice, as we've seen, it
Yeah.
can help you or it might not.
The question at this point is probably going to be: do Finn and or Talasan go down quick enough for the rest of the Imperialists to capitalize before Kova and Elo tear them a new one?
Yeah, I can see that. I would suspect Oiken is going to be doing a hard turn to the left here. Maybe drawing the bump onto Kova. Probably not needing to rotate Arc. Because it'll have kind of that whole center of the board area, which is where more than likely Tally and Elo are going.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And the good thing is for Steven here, both of those Tempests can do a blue bank. Well, maybe number 2 can't 1 bank in. Grab that lock and be able to use those clusters here.
Yeah, the 1 bank on number 2 is dangerous. I think it'll be fine, but that would be a really rough call for me if I was in Steven's position.
Yeah, I can see that. There's just not a lot of good blue options on the dial.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with the advanced.
Yeah. A 2 bank, I cannot remember if it's blue for the life of me. I think
I'd-
it is. No, it's not.
No, it is not.
It's not. So that limits that there. You can go straight. You can do a 2, 3, or 4 straight. Maybe it's just 2. 2 or 3.
I want to say it's the 1 banks and then the 2 and 3 straight are its 4 blue maneuvers. The 1 straight I know for a fact is not, because I've hurt myself doing that multiple
Yeah.
times.
But you got to clear that stress. You can grab that target lock.
Right.
That's where tie advance are just there in the pay.
Stress tie advance are always a problem because the target lock is so important to their damage output, even without cluster missiles in
Yeah,
the equation.
even just in general, yeah. Which is why tie advance struggles so much with Art Vader. With Vader it's fine, or even with a coordinate ship, with something to pass that action along. Say, hey, take a focus, and then you get up there and you target lock. 5 straight into a target lock. You can hit most things on the board. Which is why the 4 is it 4 or 5 tie advance with fire control is an interesting list, because you just get up there. You can go from 0 to shoot right up in there, grab your target lock. Maybe they bump one of you, and then you can still get some rerolls in there, and hopefully for the future get some get some focus tokens.
I believe we just had a cluster go off, or not cluster, a Proxmine go off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Took 1 damage,
Yes. Shield the one.
a shield in one.
Shield 1 on Finn.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that's
so
decent.
Finn and Talison are both
That's
now in
the
that
half
state.
points, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just slowly setting them up,
It is
spreading
still,
it out a
it's
little
still
bit.
very much a game.
Mm-hmm. Finn looks like a 2 straight.
Yep, 2 straight right past the debris.
Doesn't look like he hit the debris field, so just gonna double focus.
In millimeters.
So this is one of those situations where if there's ever question about if something does or doesn't or is gonna bump or isn't, just call a judge.
Mhm.
Have them move
It's
it.
the best call.
Yep. But again,
I
you
say
know,
this completely impartially as a judge.
I mean that's the point, because there's nothing worse than you think they bumped something, they don't, and there's no way to tell now.
Right.
I mean that's just a bad feeling. That feels bad all around, and it feels bad, especially even from a judge standpoint, who gets called up. You know, say, hey, this guy said it bumped. Well, what can I do about it now? You know, you got to call it in advance, and just practice good moving. Hold stuff down. You know, ask your opponent for help.
The key thing is holding stuff down. That's something that I'm having now actually walked around this tournament and had to make these calls and stuff like that. If someone is moving a ship past your ship, this is just a general rule, like to anyone who plays X-Wing and is watching the stream. If someone is moving a ship past your ship and there's any sort of bumping involved, hold your ship base
Yeah,
down,
just-
please.
just
It
put
makes
your
things
finger on
so
it.
much easier.
Yep. All right, so we got a bump there. Looks like Finn called the 1 bank there.
Yeah.
So he's going to clear, and he's not taking a shot from Finn, which Finn shot can be pretty harsh. So that's not a terrible thing.
The question is going to be what happens in number 2. Now, granted, number 1 is the one that's hurt. Number 2, I believe, is still at full.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, number 2 is full. Hadn't been shot at. This guy looks like the 2 forward.
yep, which is a blue maneuver for him, so he's going to clear.
Yep.
Now, I do think it's interesting, and granted, you mainly see this on Vader, but I'm of the opinion you want it on every TIE Advance, no matter what you're flying, just because they're between the lack of blue maneuvers and their action bar being kind of limited. No afterburners.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what you necessarily give up, because afterburners being 6 points is hard, especially on 2. But then again, I'd take afterburners over cluster missiles.
Well, that's my thing. Is
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'd give up in this situation, and it's cluster, unfortunately. But if some people really like cluster, they can make it work. Yeah, and you called that.
Yep.
Yep.
Cluster, I think, is just so limiting with the 1 to 2 range.
Yes.
Finding 2 ships in range 1 or range 2.
And that's the key thing, is that the second cluster hit has to be a viable target.
Yeah.
So if it's out of your arc, you're not hitting it, even if it's in range.
Yeah, there were a lot of people playing that one wrong early on, where they'd get the first ship at range 2, and then the other one would be a range 3, or even
Yeah.
out of arc. And
You're like,
no, I
can
can
hit
still
that
do
guy.
it.
No, it's got to be a
no.
viable target, man. It's a bonus attack.
Yeah, it's still an attack.
Yet another backwards.
Just slowly backing up along the board. Why fly forward when you can fly backwards? Especially with a ship that's... Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like, right? It's probably range 2. But he did rotate his arc. So he's looking at Kova there. Elo going to capitalize on that for sure. So, Elo maybe wishing it still had a barrel roll right now. We will see.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go, Yerma. I wish I closed my foils.
Yeah.
The barrel roll to the left right now would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd lose that die, but you'd get it back immediately. So.
Yep. Looks like Talison's bumping number 1 there.
That's actually probably that's the best case, I think.
Yeah.
There.
There was really nowhere else safe for her to go.
Yeah. Hold stuff down.
It's a fair point with the arc being moved back to the forward position on Oiken. There is not going to be any incoming fire at either of the weakened resistance ships.
Mm-hmm. All right. Making our train tracks here.
Mm-hmm.
Following, chugga, 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 chugga. Up, just yep, bump. Put them wherever you want. And it is hard. It is.
Yeah.
It is one of those things where it takes that fine motor skills of you're moving a ship and you got 5 fingers there. You're holding it with 2.
I am of the opinion that the too hard is the single hardest maneuver to maneuver a bump, like through a bump.
Yeah.
3 hard, you got plenty of room to work with. 1 hard, okay,
you
your ship
basically just
tilts.
don't move,
your
yeah.
ship tilts, whatever.
And that's something I see a lot with the real slow bumps is that people try and turn their ship a lot. When in reality, it doesn't
No, it's,
move.
like, it's wherever the base meets.
Yeah.
That's where you stop.
So I say sliding it straight forward and then rotating is a great way to do it. But
Firing arcs, right?
so Kova's taking a damage from Vader, or does it have a? It does have a token.
The question is, does he want to give it the token?
Yeah, that is always an option. Taking that shield.
Taking the shield.
Okay.
Kova's got him to, well, no.
No, not quite half. But after it takes a shot to the face, maybe.
Yeah.
0 to 1, right? And so, again, remind me, B21 is your
B1 is if I hit, if I get a hit, it changes to a crit for every stress
on the target shooter.
on the target I'm shooting.
Okay. B21 has to hit. Several triples are 0 1, right?
BT1 deciding to take a stress again.
Okay.
Of course, Elo, one of the few ships that doesn't really care about the stress.
And is out of, most importantly, cannot get shot by Oiken from the looks of it, so BT1 is not going to have any effect on it.
It's gonna be a close one here if we switch over to this camera.
Maybe.
It might just catch the edge there, but again, it's got shields, so even if it does change things to a crit, not super fancy.
Hit crit from the looks of it?
Yeah, that's danger. Oop, went the wrong way. And the crit is panicked.
Panicked. Ooh.
What a shame that BT1 doesn't work on your own stress.
All right, we got a panicked pilot. Looks like we are going to be not doing a lot of actions for the next couple turns.
Yeah, it doesn't look that way. No reinforce, no. So it's going to be unfortunate for Oiken.
Yeah.
Talisan can't shoot. She might, actually. Talisan might have a shot.
I would say if Tally has a shot, then Elo can definitely get a shot from Oiken there. I still think the move is still to pump into Kova. Kova being worth 1 more point. And,
Yeah. And with she's down to hull at this point.
Yeah.
You could definitely have points in one volley. Talisan apparently did not have a shot.
Nope,
on
no
Oiken.
shot from Tally, so
Kova's
Kova
coming out.
looks like 2 hits and
Oiken right now?
a focus.
Let's keep focus. 2.
Okay, he's going to save the focus for defense.
Yeah, probably the smart call. You're not going to kill Oiken this turn.
Yeah. Is he down to
Oiken.
4? Let me go there. Oh, he did spend a prox mine. I'm gonna.
There you go.
I would expect to see one next turn.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. There's only so many places Ella can go.
2 hits.
2 hits coming in at Kova.
Oh,
Ooh.
there's those natties. They help both sides apparently.
Yep.
Turnabout is fair play, so they say. Bet he wishes he spent that focus earlier now.
Yeah, right. It's like I do that sometimes. I'll be like, I'm going to save this for defense. Why did I do that?
Yeah. Spend it when you got it. It's hard though when you're thinking, all right, do I add 1 or? Okay, Finn for 3 hits. On to number 2. Oh, that's hurtful. Nothing you can do about that. All right. We have just under 30 minutes remaining here. And I still think it could go either way.
Elo being pristine is really, really bad for the Imp
Yeah.
player, but any one of the other 3 ships is a potential quick pickup if you can get fire on target. 2 of them are, 2 hits away from death, and the other one is just a hull tank with 2
Whoa.
So you've got me with your targeted, right? So you could actually.
Oh, I am targeted.
Yeah, you got me targeted.
No, this one's targeted, not that one.
Gotcha.
All right, discussion over who has what target locked. Number 2 does have Elo target locked.
Talon's ability. Enemy in your bullseye arc performs an attack and you spend a charge to be the defender pulls neutral. Say it again. So Talon's ability. You're in her bullseye arc.
All right, discussing Talison's ability there. So Talison is going to give Elo an extra die. Probably bringing him up to 4 here. 3?
3? Oh,
It's not obstructed. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Looks like he got 2 and 3.
Yeah, we spent it.
There you go. All right, that's so number 2 has a target lock on Elo. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe something like a 3 hard will get it into range for those missiles, or even just a shot.
3 hard. If you're just interested in firing your missiles off, 3 hard could probably definitely be a call there. You are going to cross the gas cloud to do it, but it's a gas cloud. What do you care?
And you already have a target lock. So,
Yeah.
Number 1, we know a 1 bank doesn't fit, but it's not stressed anymore.
No, it's
So we
not
can do
stressed. So
anything it
any
needs to
maneuver he
do,
takes
yeah.
is safe. Aside from a red maneuver, and he will be able to get his target lock.
So I have this strong suspicion that Kova's just going to keep going backwards.
I think that's a safe bet.
I mean, at this point, going forward doesn't really help, especially with bumping right into Oiken. Not what you want to do.
It's, with where she's at on the board, she's not going to fly off. She can just putt around in a circles to her heart's content for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I want to see Oiken do some stuff here. Just because it's Oiken. You don't see
Yeah.
it. But
in any other, against any other ship, this would be a perfect position for Oiken because he could bump literally whoever he wanted to between Elo and Kova. But Kova just being able to be like, okay, no, I'm just going to back
yeah,
up.
I'm just going to keep going back.
You hear truck horn behind her and everything.
Yeah, the question, I guess, is on everybody's mind. Is prox mine or no prox mine?
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. I can see both sides of it. You want to get it out there because you're about to die.
I would. Just because of the whole number still on Oiken. Use it if you got it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I bet you Elo's going to see it. But again, anytime you can force your opponent to do something that they might have otherwise not done.
If nothing else, it's area denial.
Yeah. I would also take number 1 and probably 3 bank and get that target lock onto Elo as well. Just because I don't think you're going to really see anything else. And take number 2 and probably fly either right around that gas cloud and maybe gang up on Kova. Sad part is it got that target lock on what I would consider the wrong target earlier.
Yes, definitely.
Because Finn there can do a lot. Finn can just kind of hard one. I think it has a hard one to the right. But it is stressed.
This is the turn where it's really going to come down to
Or strained. I think
initiative.
it's strained.
Because both lists are in a state where one good turn of shooting is going to turn the game around. But one list shoots almost entirely first.
Yeah, Tally, I think we're just going to see going forward. Maybe a sloop who wants to be aggressive, but he could just fly straight forward, rotate his arc to the back.
Exactly.
Probably not get shot.
If I survive,
Yeah, I think there's nothing you can do with Oiken except for try and get that bump to the left on Kova. Um, I don't know if there's a good call there because Kova's still just going to move away from you.
Correct.
Yeah, so the bump doesn't really help. That could be a good thing with Finn there for Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if Steven just went fast or even bumped him. Bumping him wouldn't be the worst thing.
I actually think if he did somehow see that move coming and did a one bank with number 1, he would actually end up right behind Finn rather than bumping him. Nope,
Oh.
that's not what he did though. He pulled all the way out.
Yeah. It looks like he's on.
Otherwise, you're safe. You're safe, and you take a stress.
So there's it's an interesting move there, going so hard.
Mhm.
I'm guessing he's just really wanting to chase down LO. I just don't see the Decimator live into another turn here. I'm
no.
surprised he didn't drop the Prox Mites. Also, a 3 bank there would have been perfect. Would have set him up right there. Could have got his target lock or even a focus. That move I like.
That is the correct move for number 2. I think you're right about number 1 should have taken the bank.
Oh, except I think he's still in Finn's arc, which is unsavory.
But Finn is going to be shooting simultaneously. There's still a chance he could pick up
There,
Kova at that
okay,
point.
yeah. All right, Decimator just went hard into Kova there. Just gonna ram. Now, I believe with Dauntless, even though he's stressed, he can still do an action.
Yeah,
And then
I
take
don't
a
think
stress.
Dauntless has a limit on like
Yeah.
a stress limit or anything
So
like
let's
that.
look I can actually pull it up right here. Dauntless. After you partially execute a maneuver, you may perform 1 white action, treating that action as red. So no, I
No,
don't think
because
you
he's
could
already
because you're
stressed.
already stressed.
Yes.
Can I have your one for
All right, getting that train track system set up.
It was nice to see the players cooperating with difficult movements like
Mhm.
this.
That would have been that one thing, man. If that would have fit,
Mhm.
if that would have fit, I think it could have changed the game substantially.
Mhm.
Of course, in reality, these X-Wings games come down to just usually a couple of turns. A couple of turns where, man, I could have done something different, or man, the dice went my way or the other way. Average of 6 rounds of combat is the average for X-Wing.
Right.
So if 1 or 2 of them don't go your way, it could be really bad.
And credit to Steven. Overall, things have not been in his favor, but he's done an appreciable amount of damage in return
Yeah,
to the resistance list.
He's spread out some damage out there. He just needs to kind of drive
If
it
he
home,
could, if he
hammer
could
that
get
nail.
2 good shots on the weakest targets in this match, I think he could easily get.
Yeah, I mean, he could bump it up to. If he took out those 2 half-pointed ships, he'd be still slightly behind. You do not. You don't get an action.
Even though it's not.
even though it's done.
Yeah.
Dauntless still counts.
Yeah.
Dauntless is if you bump it.
Yeah. The problem is that you're already stressed. If you weren't stressed, you would get to.
Mhm.
So Kova, delay for the
And sure enough, who could
Kova
have
just backing
who
up
could have
right
seen
around,
that move coming?
scooting across the carpet with their butt in the air.
He didn't
Oh.
have a choice next round.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not the direction I expected Kova to go.
Yeah, I didn't see that one going.
That's
I guess maybe
Really?
thinking that the Decimator went hard, and then he might somehow be out of the arc. That would, if he would have
I-
hard turned.
No.
I
Oh, right, yeah.
admire Ryan's gumption and question his sanity because that's not a move I would have made. I would have been worried about flying off the board.
Yeah. I think from our angle, we have the box in the way.
No,
It's
that's
just
fair,
over.
that's
It's like there's
fair.
probably a good inch there,
Because when he
At least
did
the
that, I
size
was
of
even
my
about to
eye.
ask, is he off the board?
Yes. All we see is the stick over a little blue screen for the box. And just, oh, he's in the ocean. Because watch when we switch it over to this. Oh yeah.
No,
There's
okay,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
full
yeah.
ship base.
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
go to the
no,
actual
he's good. He's
camera
good.
view.
Yeah.
That's why perspective is so important. Judges need to get right over the ships to
I'm
make
probably
calls.
over here. I'm probably over here calling like all these like, oh, this is totally what this maneuver. This maneuver will totally fit, and like people watching the stream are like, no, it won't. What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. Or oh, you'll definitely be on the rock. What?
Yeah.
You're not even facing that direction. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Ooh.
That's. I don't think it would have hit though. I don't think it would have. It would have been close though.
It might have. Well, but and admittedly, part of the problem is he sort of, even if it was going to hit, it was sort of telegraphed. He's like, I don't think you're going to be stupid enough to hit this mine. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, cool. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to be out of range for the clusters from number 2.
Yep. Who you going at? Which one's which?
Yeah, this has been very much a game of cluster denial. I don't think either of these missiles are getting fired.
Both in arc. Okay, but which one is which one? Halo is the T-70. Cobra is the Cobra.
Looks like Elo actually has a shield missing. Oh, I have that on here. There we go.
When did Ella take a hit?
Maybe he rolled a crit going through a. No, he didn't.
I blanked on one of their shots.
Oh, that's
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's why it's important to get damage updates as a streamer. What do you mean you're alive? So I mean, there is a chance that Oiken lives through this. If he does, that's huge.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge swing if he lives through this round.
Kova just lost his or her focus.
Are we sure that's range 1?
Full Cobra can maybe switch it back and stuff. It is clearing that way. It's clearing. It's not.
Not quite range 1.
And doesn't look like 000 is going to work out the back either.
So I should have Vadered him.
So Vader is also one of those things that you see you don't have to use. You know.
You may have the calculator.
Oh, he's giving him a calculate.
Nice.
All right, he's thinking he's going to be dead by the time
Yeah,
he gets a chance to
exactly.
use it. What's it matter?
Yeah, but
Who wants to be
Sometimes you
stressed?
fly too close to the sun, man. You blank
Yeah.
out, you never get anything, and now Oiken's
Yeah.
got to calculate. And he's
Just
firing
ask
directly.
Icarus.
That's a range 2. Hello? You got 2 left on that? 3.
We have 3 or 4 left on Oiken. 3?
3? Oh, okay.
He's got 9 damage cards.
Okay, you missed one somewhere.
Yeah.
None of those are crits, right? Except for
These
the
are
panicked?
2 crits.
No, I meant the. Okay, no.
And no crits on
Except for
yeah,
panicked,
one
right?
panic.
Yeah, okay, just making sure.
Okay, so it looks like we
But
got
then he
a,
just rolled 2 crits on this attack.
focus crit. Yeah, I think he's debating spending the focus there.
Yeah, we'll leave it 2 crits.
Oh, he's playing it brave.
He's
Could have had the
playing it brave,
guaranteed
and
kill,
then,
but
and then what
uh,
happens?
Julie,
Oh, he's dead.
Okay.
Oh man,
damaged in the crit.
so close there.
On the other hand, if he hadn't pulled that out, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Granted, Kova's still shooting.
Yeah,
but
still, it's one of those like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you made... and those are the ones that hurt.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm not. Gonna,
oh, ship's
I'm-"
still alive, and then Oiken rolls like 3 crits coming in.
That's when you're like, they're rolling 1 die. They'd have to roll an evade, or I'll kill them, and then they do.
Mhm.
I think that's obstructed. Yeah, that's an obstructed. So I'll go to the range 1 unobstructed shot.
All right.
I can see it. I can see it. All right, so we have about 15 minutes remaining here.
Like the attention to detail, moving the dice tray back into place.
Yeah. Spending that focus for 3. Whew. Man, when red dice are on, they are on.
We've seen some really, really good red dice this game too.
He's going to get 1 more for obstructed, right?
You know what dice haven't been showing up is the greens.
It's this one, no obstruction.
Well, that's not fair. We had our incredible Tempest roll earlier.
All right, looks like that's probably going to be a dead chip. You rolled 3 hits to 1 evade. Boom.
Yeah, that does it. One of the Tempests is off the board.
Yep, and it was PS killed, so that's a shame. Well, I'd say we could just about sign, seal, and deliver this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's really many ways out of this. Stress Tempest. No target locks to speak of. Might get lucky. Might. How much does Elo have?
Almost all of it.
Yeah.
6. Okay, so he's getting range 1, though.
If he gets lucky, we might see a half points on Elo at the very least.
Yeah, at this point, points. You can still lose one and make it a day 2.
Yep.
So neither one of these aren't the do or die matches right now. Looks like 1 hit.
Yeah,
Now we're getting
unfortunately,
this
that's
2
not
dice.
what needed to happen there.
Ugh, and nattied it. Boop. All right, we are back to dials and dial. Yeah, 2 hearts being blue would be great right around now, right?
I know, right? Just a few more blue maneuvers on the advance, and it'd probably be one of the most overpowered chips in the game, honestly. As it stands right now, kind of hard to justify outside of Vader.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I say this as a giant
Vader
Merrick
is-
fanboy.
yeah. Merrick can be great just for his ability, not as a chassis or a ship.
You know what I would love Merrick's ability on?
Hmm.
A Defender, where it was the last time. I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Right? That wouldn't be overpowered at all.
I mean, they made Rexler, honestly, like one of the best abilities in the game, so I don't think they care about overpowered defenders at this
But
point.
he is priced accordingly. I mean, he is not cheap.
It weirds me out that Vessery is more expensive than Rexler, though.
Is he?
He is.
I thought he was less.
Rexler is actually the cheapest named Defender pilot. Ryad is a little bit more pricey, and that's fine because Ryad, honestly, if you're a good pilot, Defenders are already crazy easy to fly ships.
Yeah.
She's really scary if you can use her well. I still use Rexler if I use named Defenders, but I also fly Delta Defenders pretty much constantly because it's 70 points for like 7 health and 3 dice on every other stat. So, but if I fly named, I fly Rexler because Vessery is just not worth it, and Ryad is finicky.
Yeah.
But
Rexler being, oh, you're going to take a damage? Let's see that.
it's like, I'm a PS5 Defender. I'm gonna have my focus.
Yeah. Yeah. And probably an evade, and you're gonna staple juke to me.
Yep.
So I'm gonna 4K and focus, 4K and focus. Yeah. Throw a stealth device on there. You're all set, right?
I don't think I've ever gone so far as to stealth device a Defender before. I could see the idea, but it's like there comes a point where it's like, is there really a such thing as too much? Yes.
Yes. Let's see here. Let's see how expensive of a feasible defender can we
Yeah,
build.
see, Rexler is
Rex-
only
oh, yeah,
81.
81.
Vessery at 84 points is really dumb in my opinion.
Yeah. Rexler at a 5, yeah.
So you staple Juke to him, of course.
Yep. Which, Juke being 7 points.
So he's
ruins
already
so
up to
many of my
88
lists.
points.
I'd say cannon is pretty general to just not do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
no
don't-
cannon,
Why
no
do they have a
cannon.
cannon slot? is really-
FCS maybe, but no, advanced sensors.
Or collision detector.
Or collision detector.
Yeah, you could advance, but if you're gonna use advance, it really doesn't matter because you'd only use it if you were doing a red or gonna end up on something.
You use advance for when you know someone's going to bump you
Yeah.
before you do a juke or a full throttle move.
Yeah, so 94 points for Juke collision detector. That way you could 4K onto that rock and just not care. All right, we see was that a 2 bank? Looks like it's gonna.
Looks like it's clean.
Yep.
It's clean. Yep.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
So it looks like he does clear the stress with it. So a 2 bank is blue. So they have 5 blues.
Okay, 5.
Yeah.
Yes. You'd think I know that with how often I fly Vader, but
I mean, I fly. That's like the only ship I fly.
Yeah.
And It's just when you're thinking about it and it's not here. I mean, look, there you go. There's almost the right list right there.
Yep.
There you go. 200
There you
points.
go. There you go. 200 points even.
Vader and a defender. You could even just take collision detector off and put more stuff up here.
Mm-hmm.
Have fifth brother have a double force ship.
Yeah, fifth brother and seventh sister on the decimator is really scary. 2 force on a decimator is not something you want to see.
I love the interaction between 000 and BT though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like that way, either way you're taking. That, it's like, okay. Normally it's just, yeah, take a calculator. I don't care. But now it's, I'm gonna think about it.
Elo appears to have done a turnaround.
Yeah, did the LO thing.
It's actually like, you almost forget he has that because he hasn't done it all game.
Yeah,
And then
right.
Now he does it, and you're like, oh well, okay.
Yeah, well, fine. That's what he's supposed to do. All right, looks like range 1 from Tally. Ugh, that
For
paint.
hit crit
I don't know if he's blanked out on offense all game. Maybe once.
on offense. No, you haven't.
That is 3
Yeah,
hits
fair,
right
guys, I
there.
promise I bought them last Thursday.
Oh, good lord! What is this? Is this
That looks like one. That looks like that's the game.
does he have a focus?
He does not. He has a target
Yeah,
lock.
that's that.
All right. And that is 200 to 43.
Mhm.
That was a good game.
It was
There
a good
was
game.
some
It was-
nice variance in
it was
there, some feigning that
It
didn't
was a lot of
quite
back and
work
forth.
out.
It could have been. It was anyone's game until that last couple of turns. Honestly.
Yeah, Kova backing up
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
entire game, still getting actions. That's, it's just a crazy.
It really did come down to the wire for the resistance player, I think, because losing either of Taliesin or Finn or both at one point early on would have been major for his ability to deny the board space to those Tempests.
Yeah, it's the follow-up shots that didn't happen that would have killed things.
Yes.
It's you got the shot, it pushed some damage through. You just wasn't able to follow it up with the other damage that needed to just finish it off.
Yeah, definitely. Focusing targets is, I think, a skill that a lot of people really need to focus on.
Because starting the ship so far apart is fine when you have fast ships that can fly together real quick.
Right.
But it was a little wide on the decimator, and part of that was the rock placement there.
Right.
Turn 0, if the big lane had been closer in, he could have gone through there.
Right.
And then that panic pilot right there at the end when it's just, what else are you going to do?
Panic pilots on decimators are never fun. You
Yeah.
don't want to deal with them.
If you're going to get them early. Yeah. But, the worst thing to get early is a hull breach on a
Well, yeah,
decimator.
yeah, it's
You
like-
get that as your first crit.
There's a lot of crits decimators really don't like.
Yeah. I got a guy with hull breach on one round and then 2 direct hits and a fuel leak the next one. It was fuel leak, direct hit. And he's just like, and that was with Vader.
Okay,
just
so-
range 1 from Vader. I think it was hit crit or something. And it was just like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah,
All the cards.
Yeah, that'll do pretty much any big ship in at this point.
Yeah. All right, we'll go pause that. Stop that. All right, well that's this game. We got about 5 minutes left in this round, and they're gonna finish things up, wrap us up, give us another post. So we're gonna mute us now, and we'll be back.
All right.